Hey Siri, turn on the studio lights. There we go, that's a little bit better. All right, let's check it out. Are we live? Are we here together? I gotta look here, so pardon me if I'm looking here and not at you. Let's see, it says it's waiting. I'm just waiting to make sure. I don't want to sit here and talk to myself for a half an hour. Yep, there we go. And looks good. Says I have an excellent connection, so I'm going to stop paying attention there, and I'm going to start paying attention to you. And I'm going to say hello and welcome to this quick live broadcast that I'm doing here. It is Tuesday, the 6th of June. You might hear a new puppy squawking in the background because there's a new puppy in the household. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about you. We're here to talk about your business. And I wanted to do this kind of a live, which is kind of like just a conversation, you know, just sitting here having a conversation, kind of like you were sitting here with me, just having this conversation. I get a lot of, oh boy, that dog is really going berserk. Maybe I'll bring it in a few minutes. Hang around with me. Maybe I'll bring the dog in. I get a lot of questions being asked in my in the comments to my videos. And I always want to answer those questions, but I know a lot of you have the same questions, and you might not have taken the time to ask it in a comment, but it might be swirling around in your mind. So you're here, you're checking this out, you're maybe consumed some of the content on my channel, and you're trying to grow your business. So you might be wondering how you can get those answers quickly, and one of the ways to do that is to hang out with me in this capacity. So we're going to do that today. I've got 2 questions lined up for today. We'll see how long we go answering these questions. They're pretty good questions. The first question is about content marketing and how to start content marketing. I love that question. And then the second question is about how to get clients from LinkedIn. And then, of course, we are here in the, we've got the chat open. Sally, I see you out there. Thank you for being here today. You can ask questions in the chat as well. If I get a chance to answer those today, I will. If I don't, we'll save them for the next live broadcast, which we'll figure that out together in a little while. So, very first question that came into me is, I'm going to pop it up on the screen for anybody who just kind of joins as we're rolling. And this was a question that came in as a comment to one of the. It sounds like I'm running a puppy mill out there. It really sounds like I'm running a puppy mill out there. This question came in as a comment for one of the videos that I made. How do I start content marketing? So let's just start at the very beginning and let's talk about what content marketing is. In its simplest format, content marketing is taking content that you create from a very high level, just taking content that you create and using it to attract clients to your business. Now, the successful people that I work with in any of my programs, especially my private clients, we spend most of our time focused on content marketing or creating the content that's going to drive interested people towards their businesses so that they can then take those interested people, turn them into leads, into prospects, and then turn them into clients. And content marketing is one of the most effective ways to do that. Now, with content marketing, I haven't really talked about what kind of content because there's lots of different kinds of content that you can use for content marketing. So let's go through the major different types of content. The first is just going to be long form written content. This is one of my absolute favorite types of content to use for content marketing. And the reason that I like long form written content is because it demonstrates your authority, it demonstrates your expertise, it builds a tremendous amount of trust with your audience. So when you can write 1,000, 1,500, or 2,000 words that relate to a specific topic, that's what I would call long form content. When you can do that, you're demonstrating that you have the ability to create content or educational pieces around what it is that you do. And that demonstrates a lot to your audience. Now, dog ear that for me because I want to talk to you about AI and AI generated content in just a moment. Okay, let me know in the chat. Can you hear that dog that's just going absolutely berserk out there? Tell me in the chat if you can hear it because it's driving me absolutely mental, but I'm not going to do anything. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm here alone. The dog is here. This is what we have to deal with. Listen to that. It's a 9-week-old German Shepherd. Yeah. That's fantastic. So long-form content is definitely going to help demonstrate your authority, your expertise, and your trustworthiness. One of the challenges that yeah, somebody says they can hear it. Yeah, good, okay. One of the challenges that we face right now is that there's a lot of artificial intelligence programs out there, software out there that will create content for people. And the reason that that's a problem is not that it creates awesome content, because it does have the potential to do that. The problem is that your competition now becomes a 13-year-old kid who has no idea anything about your niche. That's your competition now, because they can just log on to this software and create this content that looks like they have expertise. So the big challenge with AI right now is, can your prospect differentiate between you, someone who has authority, someone who has expertise, someone who is trustworthy, and the idiot who has no experience, who can just use a piece of software to generate content to make it look like they have the experience and the expertise. So this, you might not know this, and it's cool if you don't. That kind of software has been around for decades. Now it's just become more mature, and it is now in the public eye. But that kind of software has been around forever in different forms. So your competition, not your biggest competition, but your competition right now are the idiots who can't do what you can do, who are creating content that on the surface seems to demonstrate that they can do what you can do. So that's a big problem. And the way to work around that is to create content that demonstrates you are a human, right? So somebody says idiots with software is no good combo. I think that's true. I think idiots with just about anything isn't a good combination. But in particular, in this case, idiots with software is definitely not a good combination. So you've got some, in terms of content marketing, you have a very big piece of competition that's just shown up on the market very instantly. And that is the idiots who are using artificial intelligence to masquerade as someone who has expertise. And so the second order consequence there is going to be, these people are going to get hired by your prospects, and they're going to do a terrible job. And so now you've got even more problems that you're going to have to fight against, because you now have people who are jaded against your market, thanks to the idiots, right? So thanks, idiots, if you're here. If you're not, if you find one, let them know I said thanks. But you know what? It actually might be a very good thing for you, because if you can show up in your content marketing in a way that demonstrates authenticity, transparency, expertise, authority, trustworthiness, familiarity. In fact, familiarity might be one of the big new things. You know, one of the big new things that you should be looking at. I had a wonderful call with someone yesterday. The very first thing they said to me when they got on the call was, I feel like I already know you. How great is that? AI can't do that. Okay, so that was a little bit of a tangent, kind of just talking about AI and what you're up against, but you have the ability to overcome. So your content, long-form written content, long-form video content, short-form written content, short-form video content, white papers, PDFs, lead magnets, checklists, all of these things fall into that big cloud of content. And so once you start creating that, your mission is to take that content and get it in front of the right people. And that's one of the things that the people I work with spend a lot of their time doing, is let's get the content in front of the people so that those people can see I can give them a transformation, so that I can impact them, their businesses and their lives, their families, their communities, can impact future generations. So you take your content and you position it in front of the people who need to see it most. So how do you start content marketing? Well, we got to jump way back to the beginning. We got to figure out who those people are that you want to be working with. Who are the people that inspire you the most? Who are the people that you want to serve? Who are the people that you want as clients? Once you understand that, The next step is understanding, what do they want to learn about? What is it that interests them in what you do that you can now create content that combines that interest with your expertise? You see, it doesn't make any sense to create content that your audience isn't interested in consuming. So you've got to first figure out who it is that you want to be creating content for. Second, you've got to figure out what it is that they want to consume. Third, figure out where they are online. So your audience might be on TikTok, or they might be on LinkedIn, they might be on Facebook, they might be on all of these channels. But where are they going to engage with your content? My audience is on all of these platforms. My audience is everywhere. But my audience, historically, does not engage with my content on TikTok. So I don't do anything on TikTok. But my audience does engage with my content on LinkedIn and here on YouTube, on Facebook. So that's where, and on Instagram. So that's where I spend a lot of my time. And I want you to do the same thing. So you figured out who your audience is, you figured out what they want to consume, now you figured out where they are, and now it's time to combine those things together and create the content that best fits the platform and get that content in front of that target audience. And so you do so through organic mechanisms by posting into the platforms. And you should think about a content calendar and when you're going to post things and when the right time to post things, how often or how infrequently to post things, how to interact with the people that check out your content. All of these things are incredibly important. And so that's the organic trajectory. And then there's also a paid path that you can take so that you can expand your audience. And each of these platforms has the ability to pay to expand your presence. And so now you've got your audience, you've got what they want, you've got the platform, and you've got the content that's right for the platform, and now you're positioning that content in front of the audience. And so that's how you start content marketing. Once you've done that, you will have people coming to you, expressing interest in the transformation that you can offer them. Now you inject them into your sales process. But that's not the question that was asked. The question was asked is, how do you start? And you start by exploring who, where, what, and how. And now you just take that content and you deploy. Okay, so let me know if after you hear this, if you're here live, great. If you're not, just let me know if that helps you along. But that is how you start content marketing. All right, so question number one handled. Question number two, let's get that one up on the screen. I love this question. Here it is right there. And that question is, how do I get clients from LinkedIn? So this is a very specific question about a specific platform and something that this person is looking to achieve, which is getting clients from that platform. The platform in this case is LinkedIn. So let's just back up a little bit. Let's talk about LinkedIn for a moment. LinkedIn is an amazing platform to get clients because LinkedIn has about 800 million users, maybe a little bit more than that by now. And if I remember the numbers correctly, about 310 to 340 million people log in and engage every single month. So comparatively, Facebook has about 3 billion. So that's a whole lot more. Instagram about 1.5 billion. But the difference is on LinkedIn, we've got an audience who is there for business. And to some extent, we're starting to see some of the ways people use LinkedIn start to overlap with how people use other forms of social media like Instagram and Facebook. And really that's a personal preference as to whether you're going to start to use LinkedIn like you use Facebook. Quite personally, I don't care about your thing. I don't care about your car or your vacation or your, the ice cream that you're eating. I kind of think all of that's a waste of time. And I also very keenly know that people really don't care about me and the things that I do. Like, my prospects, my clients They care about what I can do for them. They care that I can help them grow their businesses and that I can help them succeed and do better at life and impact the people that they want to impact and profit doing something they love. So that's what I put out onto the LinkedIn platform. Where I travel to, or the kind of car I drive, or the ice cream that I'm eating, that's great, but is that really important? And so the first thing that you're going to need to do if you're looking to attract clients on LinkedIn is, somebody says, how do you sign up? Thank you very much. How do you sign up for the program? Well, before you even think about signing up for the program, just go here. I don't know. I can't really point in the air. Thank you, Emil. Just go here to proutyclass.com. Just go take this free workshop. You're going to get a whole bunch of it's a free workshop. You're going to get a ton of information from it, Emil. Did I hope I pronounced that right? It's hard, really. Anelli? Maybe it's Anelli. Sorry about that. Sorry, the screen is like, I have the screen really dim so it doesn't mess with my face. Sorry about that. I'm gonna put that link in the chat because I kind of feel a little silly mispronouncing people's names. I really do hope you'll forgive me for that. You're just gonna go here. I'm gonna try to type this. I'm going to try to type and talk at the same time, and I'll narrate everything that I do while I'm doing it. Go to proutyclass.com. Just listen, just go there. Go there, and you're going to take an awesome class. And believe me, I don't waste a moment not pitching. So you're going to go to that class. You're going to learn a bunch of stuff. You're going to give me your email address at some point. I'm going to send you a ton of emails, and at some point you're going to go, okay, yeah, this sounds pretty good. I'll sign up. That's how you sign up for one of my programs. It's really that simple. Just go to that link. You're going to have every opportunity in the world once you go there to sign up. And thank you very much for expressing that interest. So we're talking about getting clients from LinkedIn, and we're talking about the kind of content to produce on LinkedIn that's going to attract clients to you. If you truly believe posting a picture of your ice cream is going to attract clients to you, sidebar that, one of my clients who I think she's here right now, Eileen Ryan, did post a picture of her ice cream one day. And that was right after she and I started working together. And the way she tells the story is that she started working with me and she got so many sales calls that she lost her voice. And so she had to soothe a sore throat by eating ice cream. That's the only time I would support posting pictures of your ice cream on social media, is after you and I have started working together and you lose your voice because you've taken so many sales calls. That's it. So that's the asterisk to that. Eileen's here. She can certainly fill you in on that. I think she's got a video on it somewhere. So she says, I had so many sales calls that I lost my voice. It's very true. So thanks, Eileen. Thanks for that. But the point is, what I want you doing on LinkedIn specifically to get clients is posting educational content that showcases the transformation and maybe even gives people a small transformation before they even get on a sales call with you. This is the new way of using social media to build a business. And in fact, it's the most effective way. Like that person who came on a call with me yesterday, who I'm so grateful became a client. The first thing she said was, I feel like I already know you. And that's because all of my content is geared towards educating, demonstrating that you can do this, and showcasing the results, giving you a small transformation in advance of us ever having a sales conversation. So, Annalie, I think I got the name right. I really do hope I got the name right. Is on this call, a great demonstration. Came on this call, learned something, maybe he's going to apply it today, and now is interested in checking out what it's like to work with me. And I'm grateful for that. It's a demonstration of how this works. So to get clients from LinkedIn, you've got to show up on LinkedIn leading with education, leading with giving people small transformations, what I call micro transformations in advance of a sales call, so that when you get on the sales call, you no longer have to demonstrate that you can give people a transformation. You now get people on a sales call And it's all about what's right for you. What do I do that's right for you? And how do we get you started? In fact, in my programs and the people that I serve, we don't even call them really sales calls anymore. We call them sign up calls, because people come on these calls 90% of the time ready to sign up. So to get clients from LinkedIn, the first thing I want you to do is optimize your LinkedIn profile. And the reason I want you to optimize your LinkedIn profile is because when people are exploring you and who you are and what you do, the first thing they're going to do is go check your profile out. So your profile should be organized in such a way so that when people visit your profile, they know what the next step is towards working with you. There's a call to action, what I would call a unified call to action. You use that same call to action everywhere so that wherever someone sees you, they always know what the next step in working with you is. There should be a demonstration of the transformation that you offer in a very short and impactful phrase or sentence. You should have a great headshot on your LinkedIn profile. I'm a big fan of the LinkedIn profile cover videos. You can create a 30-second video that sits behind your profile photo that when people click on it, it gives you the chance to introduce yourself in video, which is just phenomenal. And I'm always so inspired. I was working with a private client yesterday, and we scripted their 30-second intro. It turned out we got it down to like 22 or 23 seconds, but it's so precise and it does exactly what they want it to do. So they can have impact before they even meet the person, because they'll go to their profile, click on their profile photo, and they'll watch that video. Having a great banner that has that unified call to action in it, your summary, your about section, all of these things start to work together so that when people explore who you are by going to your profile, they know what the next step is in working with you. So the very first step in getting clients from LinkedIn is to optimize your profile. Once you have your profile optimized, now it's time to start filling up your connections with the perfect prospect. So spend some time, figure out who that perfect prospect is for you, and now use LinkedIn search to seek these people out. One of the biggest mistakes that many people make is that when they're doing this, it's like they're hunting for a prospect. My preference would be that you're looking to contribute value to people as opposed to hunting for a prospect. So understand this. You have worked hard to develop your core competency. You can help people. Maybe you've already helped people and you've gotten paid for it. You're probably wondering what the right approach is when you're speaking to brand new people, new prospects on LinkedIn. The right approach is seeking to contribute value to them, to their businesses, and to their lives, having impact on them from the beginning with no expectation of anything immediate in return. So what that's not is slamming people with a sales pitch, making offers in the very first communication with them, just blindly sending out connection requests without including a personal note. All of those things seem like they might work, but that's what the amateurs do. And the more time you spend on LinkedIn, the more you'll find that people don't like that. They reject that. It leaves them feeling like, why would I want to even connect with you? So being transparent, being personal, looking to give, right? Looking to contribute to people, showing up with gestures of goodwill, all of those things are going to work in your favor. And you can tell very clearly the people who I work with, because that's exactly how they proceed. They seek to help well in advance of any kind of a sales conversation. Because the truth is, it takes people 3 to 4 weeks before they make a decision that they want to work with you. So if your first communication with them is inviting them to work with you, you're hitting them in a place, you're hitting them with a mentality that they haven't even been able to wrap their arms around yet. Study after study shows, pardon me, study after study, that's something I would normally edit out. A little bit of let me just grab some coffee here. I hope you're drinking coffee. That was ill-timed. So study after study shows that it takes people 3 to 4 weeks before they make a decision to move forward. Not a decision to buy, just as a decision to take that next step. So if you're on LinkedIn and you slam someone with a sales pitch, the moment that you're connecting with them, you have not given them the respect of time to get to know you, to become familiar with you, to see that you can actually help them, which is going to take them 3 to 4 weeks. Whether it's organic or paid, it just works that way. I spend tens of thousands of dollars on ads on myself, manage much more than that for clients. And I can tell you over and over again, we see when we track first touch to buy, it's 3 to 4 weeks before somebody even makes the move to say, hey, I'm interested in this. Can you tell me more? So don't fall into the mistake of slamming someone with a sales pitch right away. Then, if you're interested in getting clients from LinkedIn, the next step is creating content that demonstrates authority, demonstrates expertise, demonstrates trustworthiness. You see, you're on the platform, you've optimized your profile, you've optimized your audience, you've found the right people to connect with, you've extended gestures of generosity to them, you've helped them in advance of a sales conversation, they're getting to know you. Now, it's time to stay top of mind with them. And we stay top of mind with them by creating great content that they want to consume. And so we create that content, we put it on the platform. Our profile has that unified next step. So your perfect prospect sees your content, time goes by, they decide they want to take the next step, they remember it's you, they go to your profile, that next step is clear, they take that next step. By the way, I would suggest that next step is just get on your calendar. I want you talking to as many people as possible. So they take that next step, they get on your calendar, you inject them into your sales process. By then, they already know enough about you. It turns from a sales call to a how do we get started call. And now that's how you get clients from LinkedIn. All right, so let me know what your big takeaway from that was when you see this video and if you happen to be here now. And if you do happen to be here now, I'm very grateful for you. I'm going to try to figure out where this is. It's way over here. I'm pointing in the air. It's like I'm on TikTok. So right here, if you go here to proutyclass.com, don't click on that. If you click on that, it's going to pause this video. Let me point. I'm like reaching my arm in all these weird spots. Right. Oh, that is so hard to do. So right here, if you go here to proutyclass.com, you're going to take a free on-demand class. You can start watching the second you log in there, and you take that free on-demand class. If you like that and you want to talk about what it's like to work together, that would be cool. If you don't want to work together, that's cool too. Can't help everybody. That's an important point. Maybe we'll talk about that sometime. I got about 2 minutes before I'm going to wrap this up. So once I do wrap this up, just spend a few minutes and go here and take this class. I think you're really going to dig this. And I really do hope that what you learned today and what you learn here has a tremendous impact on you and your business. I mean, I hope you get a lot out of this. I really do hope you can start getting clients like right away. I do want to see you win. So thanks for hanging out with me here today. I'm going to dig through my social media, look for other questions that have been asked. I'm going to queue those things up, and I'm just going to keep going live like this, give you these little classes. Eventually you'll go here, and who knows? Who knows? Maybe we'll end up working together someday. And I think that would be really cool. All right, we are at the bottom of the hour, and there. You know what? I'll spend the last minute shouting people out. I'll turn up the brightness on my screen, which I had turned down for a minute. If you want to shout out, just yell at me in the chat. Cicely Simpson's here. I don't even know how Cicely's here because she is unbelievably busy, and I know she's giving a huge presentation today. So Cicely, the fact that you're here hanging out with me on this, in spite of what you've got going on today. Thank you so much for being here. Eileen Ryan, we mentioned her earlier. Eileen, I love what you do, helping unemployed people find jobs rapidly. And then Anelli, I finally turned up the brightness. I could see the spelling on your name. Anelli asked, how do we sign up for your programs? Anelli, just go to proutyclass.com. Prouty's my last name, class is what I'm giving. And go there, you'll have an opportunity to sign up. And message me directly if you want to get going even faster. Chris Rivera is unbelievable. Thank you so much for being here, Chris. And let's see who else is here. Single Source Coaching Solutions. Well, we all know who that is, Trev. Thank you for being here. Sally, thank you so much for checking in. You guys are amazing. We are at the bottom of the hour. We're at 9:30. I am going to finish this, and then I'm going to get to serving my clients today. Thanks for hanging out with me here today. Keep an eye on your socials. I'll announce every time I'm doing one of these. And in the meantime, it's Chris Prouty. You're going here. Go there. Wherever that is. Go there. And I'm going to sign off. Thanks so much for being with me here today. Take care, guys.